Hi, welcome to Social Research Insights. Social Research Insights is not a business organization, it's just a freelance training outfit. We are just a couple of individuals who are interested in providing training on data science, animations, robotics, and IoT, etc. 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 This is one of my video casts related to a series of presentations which belongs to virtual reality applications for business organizations. Like there is increased use of virtual reality applications in various types of business, just like real estate industry, healthcare, education, etc. 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 This video cast I'm going to show you how to create basic structures. Actually, in the community we call it as models. A model is an object which has a definite structure, usually referred to geometry. But before going to start my lecture, I would like to show this website for you. This is blender.org, where we download the Blender. Right now it is 2.79b, but the community is eagerly waiting for the 2.80b. Now it is beta, but it will be alpha soon after some time. But the 2.8 has got very major developments compared to 2.79. This is a place where you just have to press download to download Blender, and it is as simple as installing any other software. I'm using Ubuntu 18.04, in which I installed through the software center. Here you just have to go to the software center and search for Blender, something like that. So like here it shows installed. If it is not installed, there will be an install button. Here you can just press install. And now let me take to once you install and open the Blender, this is the main view of the Blender. This is usually called as a viewport, and there is a camera, there is a light source, and there is a model. As I said, is also referred to geometry, and here the shape of the model is a cube, right? And in Blender, when we open the viewport, we have certain important menus, and there are a hell lot of videos available online, especially in YouTube. You can just search what is the viewport and what are the different menus, and how to go across the menus. But the most important thing is this. Now we have in default view, and there are also other types of views like 3D view, full animation, compositing, game logic for game developers, motion tracking, scripting, etc. 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 You have so many things, and here you have the scene. This is actually the main window. This is perhaps more important for you. Right now we are in the Blender render, and better to switch to cycle render, which has so many advantages compared to the other render engines. And here the right side you have different. This is perhaps the most important section, where we try to add features to the model or the shape which is available from the viewport. And the other thing is this. Here you have the object mode, edit mode, sculpt mode, and right now we are in object mode. If I switch to edit mode, then I will be given with an opportunity to edit the vertices, edges, faces, etc. 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 And there are other modes also available for you, and this is another button that right now we are in solid mode. Suppose if I switch to object mode, and right now we are in solid mode. The other mode is the rendered mode, which is the final output or outcomes of the Blender. I mean, once we finish the work, then we'll switch to the rendered mode to see the output of the work. And since we have one single cube, so we'll just see it's just a grayish kind of the area around this cube is called the environment. In Blender we call it as world. We can just we have a couple of things to do with this environment. For instance, we can add some light, we can create some atmosphere and some related effects that we can do here. The aim of this video is to show you how to create the objects and move the object or move around the object using shortcut buttons, or maybe mouse is a better thing. In Blender, actually the right click is to select the object. If you just select the object and you are free to move the object anywhere in the viewport. If you just leave it, the object will be stick to a particular portion of the viewport or the window, and if you press escape, the object will come back to the original position, or if you press left mouse button, the object will stay back, stay exactly at the place where we would like to see the object in the window. And now if you think to go back to your original position, you just have to press Ctrl Z, then you'll come back to the original place in the window. Okay, and there are a couple of things that we should know. Suppose if you want to move the object in the window, the left mouse button will take the, this is actually called, whenever you click the left mouse button anywhere in the window, you will find a white circle with red dots. It is called the 3D cursor. Suppose if I want to add a shape, like pressing spacebar in the keyboard and then add, you get several options like what you want to add. And if you add shape, let's say for example I just wanted to go for, instead of add, I call sphere. You'll get the add UV sphere. See, the sphere is added to the place where my 3D cursor is there right now in the window. Okay, let's go back to, and suppose you just wanted to zoom in, zoom out, then you have to make use of the scroll button on your mouse, just like this. The forward movement will zoom out, and the backward movement of the mouse will zoom in. Okay, and then if you press the mouse wheel button and then move, you have 360 degrees freedom to move the object. You can move the object in any fashion you would like to wish to see. Suppose you can just turn around and they go bottom of the shape and upper side of the shape and something like that. And if you press the right click, nothing is going to happen. You just will be able to move the shape. It is something like left mouse button in the operating system. Like you can just drag the object from one portion to the other portion. I can just simply drag here. If I press the right mouse button, it will come back to the original position. You drag and left mouse button will keep the shape at anywhere in the window where you would like to see the shape. Okay, there are so many videos available online to understand like various dynamics of Blender application or the software. The other thing I would like to talk to you about, this is actually the animation. It's not the animation actually, it is an action. We call the play bar. This is the place where you will see the player. It's the scale of the player, and if you press the action button, then it will play we are not doing any animation here right now. In case if we have animation, then we can play the animation, and you can make use of the left or right arrow keys to play the animation cursor. And any moment, if you want to take it to the original position, you can just drag the vertical bar on the animation window. Okay, then there are a hell lot of it is very difficult to explain things. And left side you have, this is called the transform menu. To hide this, you have to press T, and get it back you have to press N. And apart from that, you have one more menu called N menu. it is not the transform. Actually, it should be something else. You'll get yeah, of course this is also a transform menu, but whereas you have different features like location, rotation, scale, dimensions, etc, view and all. There are a lot of things to do the things here. And apart from that, if you press N again, it will be hidden back into the original position. And there are other couple of features like you can split the window horizontally or vertically. Suppose if I wanted to split the window, you just have to go take the cursor at top right side of the window, then drag it to the left. You see, you'll get now the window is split into the two different windows, and any moment if you want to take it back, put it back, then you just have to press this tiny little oblique lines. You click on them and then just move. You will find an arrow and just leave. Then that will go back. That kind of action can be implemented wherever you find this the little oblique lines across the corners of the window. Okay, and you want to take it back, just have to hold the mouse left mouse button on those lines and drag a little until you find some arrow and leave the mouse button. Then it will go to the original condition. And now this left side, this is perhaps the most important thing. Here you have the render button and you have several other options. Most of the time this I will talk to you later after some time, because it is not possible to discuss things. And this is actually the layers and the entire structure of the layers available from the scene. This is actually the scene. A scene is a workspace where you have the different layers, and right now in the scene there are certain ingredients available for us. That is world. There is atmosphere, which is not visible for us right now unless we add some material. And there is camera. You'll see here when I press on the camera gets highlighted. And there is cube, there is lamp. These are the essential ingredients, common essential ingredients that are very much necessary to and optionally you can also delete the things, like you can just click on the camera, press X button on your keyboard, then enter, camera gets disappear. And any moment you wanted to add the camera, then spacebar, then you can just search for the camera, add camera, then there is a light source, right? Press spacebar, light, then light map, I think, not light. You can just it is not called light, it is called lamp. Add lamp, then you'll get a point lamp, sun lamp, or spot lamp, and let's go for the point. And now you got the lamp here, just like previous one, or you just don't need to do the once. Whenever you delete the lamp, suppose if you don't have the lamp, you just have to press Control Z, then you will get it back. Or if you by any moment, if by chance if you delete it, then you want to add it, press spacebar, then lamp, add lamp, and wherever your 3D cursor, as I told you, there right now my 3D cursor is here and it is going to be added to that particular portion. Okay, this is very short video about to familiarize ourselves with the Blender software. When we are in the main viewport. And in my next video I'm going to show you how to edit a shape. We also call it as geometry, or not the geometry, it's a model or an object. It's better to say object. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and if you like my video, please press like and stay tuned for new content, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thanks a lot.